And here we have Mikey Madman Patterson fighting out of ACS MMA under head coach Drew Radicek. 23 years old with a record of 2-1 as an amateur, 5'11". This will be his third match this year. His last fight was a win in May with a decision. Likes to scrap, wants to keep it standing. Has some judo in his background, so look to be seeing some judo throws in this fight. Has been training mixed martial arts for the past 2 years. Looking to catch the knockout victory here tonight in his fourth amateur mixed martial arts fight. Mikey Patterson, the Madman. Final preparations by Coach Drew. I'm gonna say this much, this walkout song is putting me in a much better mood. It's a foot tapper. Might start singing along here in a moment. Patrick Patlon with the final check of Mikey the Madman Patterson. And the Madman ready for action. Takes his side of the cage and awaits his opponent.
What's up, man?
Connor Brock, the young 21-year-old out of Shoot-A-Box with head coach Cyborg Santos. Amateur record of 1-0, looking to make it 2-0 tonight with a victory here. This will be his second fight this year. His last fight was August at the last cage combat. Been training mixed martial arts for the past 3 years. A very athletic fighter. Played all sorts of sports before he broke into mixed martial arts. Played football, hockey, just an athletic guy that's just looking to make a statement here in mixed martial arts. Says he loves the fight, that he enjoys the adrenaline rush that stepping into the cage gives him. Fighting for himself and looking to end this fight early with a first round knockout or submission. Whatever he sees open, he feels comfortable to take advantage. Connor Brock ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the cage combat welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighted at 169 pounds. Representing American Combative Systems, he has an amateur record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Mikey Madman Patterson. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. Representing Team Cyborg, this is Connor Brock.
Referee Jeff Rexroad in charge of this bout between Connor Brock and Mikey Madman Patterson. And we are officially underway of this welterweight bout. 2 conventional fighters looking to feel it out, start this fight off with. Mikey Patterson throwing some leather early, looking for one of those judo throws that we had mentioned earlier. Mikey Patterson says he likes to scrap, likes to keep it on his feet, but if he sees the opening, he's not afraid to use those judo throws. Connor Brock looking to shake off Mikey Patterson, see if he can get off the cage. These two stuck in an over-underhook position right now, trying to advance position these two fighters with an exchange of knees. Who will gain control? As right now, Mikey Patterson seems to have the upper hand with the double underhooks and head control, seeing if he can secure the takedown. Stalemate at the moment between these two fighters. Mikey Patterson looking for a foot trip there. Connor Brock looks so strong right there. Shake pushing off Mikey Patterson. And now we see Connor Brock in control now. Has Patterson against the cage. Can he do something with this position? Patterson quickly reverses it. These two pummeling hard. People may not understand that, but the pummeling right there, I mean, it exerts a lot of energy. Seeing a throw attempt there by Patterson. Can the Madman secure one? And we see he's breaking the action. These two back to the striking. Connor Brock out of shooting box, looking to throw down. These two are scrapping in the center. These two staying true to their word. And there's the judo throw there by the Madman. Nice technique there by Mikey Patterson. Crucifix position, seeing if he can finish this fight. Seeing if he can pin Connor Brock's arms down and just lay down a lot of punches and elbows from that position. Another crucifix attempt. Patterson controlling this fight. The 23-year-old Mikey Patterson versus the 21-year-old Connor Brock. Two young, hungry fighters looking to make a statement in this fight. Impressive judo displays so far by Mikey Patterson every time they were clinched. Possible triangle attempt by Connor with the wrist control. Patterson opts to put it back on the feet. These two are going to throw it down. Connor Brock coming forward, finishing the fight strong. Looking for a big finish, seeing if he can finish it before the end of the round. Strong finish by both fighters. Technical fight between these two of young Connor Brock and Mikey the Madman Patterson. I give a slight edge to the Madman with that big takedown he scored in the mid-round. Was able to control much of the action from on top there. Brock with a strong finish though was able to recover and try to gain some ground back. I don't think it was quite enough though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to take as many pictures as you like. However, for the safety of our fighters, we ask for no.
Looking at both fighters, Connor Brock still looks fresh, as with Mikey Patterson. We're seeing a tough scrap between these two young fighters. Can't wait to see the start of this second round, see how it unfolds. So every time they are clinched, Mikey Madman Patterson seems to have the advantage. Connor Brock was having success whenever there was space and he was coming forward. So who can impose whose will on the other in this bout? Brock's striking looks a little bit stronger than Patterson's, as well as Patterson's ground game seems to be a tad sharper. So in this day and age, you don't see too many striker versus grappler fights. This is probably the closest that you're going to get. Brock landing with a leg kick. Patterson not afraid to throw down though. Having success. Pressing to where he feels comfortable now in that clinch position, using the striking to set that up. Good strategy there by Patterson. Patterson looking for the takedown, single leg, can he finish it? Has Brock balance in jeopardy? Patterson better watch out for his neck as Brock is going for a choke, and Patterson's able to finish. Can he get his head out? He's not in trouble for submission attempt right now, but that's delaying his movement, having his head stuck. Can he get his head out? Brock doing a good job disrupting it. Patterson's finally able to get his head out, and as he does, Brock uses that advantage to come up to his feet. Nice strategic fight between these two young fighters. Brock looking to stay undefeated. Brock in a nice position now, having Patterson against the cage. Brock digging that crown right there in Patterson's temple. And now it's Brock looking for the takedown. Can he finish this takedown? Has his head stuck. Possible choke or neck crank attempt by Patterson. Now we see a switch in roles as Connor Brock now is the one in control against the cage. Here we go, some old-fashioned Greco between these two fighters, working the over-underhook clinch. See a lot of pummeling between these two fighters. Reminds me of an old-fashioned Greco match. Looking for the takedown, Patterson. I like it. I'm liking watching all this wrestling. Can Patterson finish the single leg takedown? Brock doing a good job with the sprawl and controlling the heads. Is able to avoid the takedown. That is rough when your opponent defends your takedown. You exerted a lot of energy to try to finish it. It's almost like an investment went wrong. Oh, Brock there with an interesting attempt at a takedown there. Had Patterson's hand stuck behind him. We have a short time left in this round. Much closer round to score in the second round than in the first. Patterson seeing if he can win some last second points by the judges. You'd be surprised how sometimes that psychological games can get to the judges. That was a close round, so that was actually a smart move there by Patterson. So if you were to give the first round to Mikey Madman Patterson, an argument can be made for Connor Brock, depending on how you view the fight. The second round was close, so both of these fighters as corners, you can bet that they're telling them that they have to win this third round. Strong chance that it is 1-1 going into the third round. Who wants it more between these two young fighters, Connor Brock and Mikey Madman Patterson? Third round coming up. Interesting to see how these two will choose to start the third round. They're going to come out blazing, or see if someone's going to thinking that they're ahead, going to try to protect the lead. Let's see how it unfolds. Jeff Rexroad calls for the final round. These two opt to stand it, bang it out a little bit in the middle of the cage to start this third round. Nice strike there by Patterson. Patterson looking sharp with his boxing at the start of this third round. Brock there had a leg kick early. Now Brock there with the comeback. Brock now coming forwards. These two are slugging it out, throwing some heavy leather here at the start of the third round. Patterson goes back to his strength of clinching it up. See if he can secure another takedown or possibly a judo throw. Patterson working for that takedown, working hard for it. Brock making him work for it. Brock doing a good job in making it difficult for Patterson. They are slippy right now. Can Patterson recover from that? Patterson now with his head stuck right here in front of us. Brock seeing if he can secure possibly a guillotine or neck crank. And the Madman still working hard for that takedown. Can he get this takedown and secure some extra points in the judge's eyes? Brock trying to put some weight on the back of Patterson's head. Technical fight between these two fighters. I'm impressed. looking forward to seeing much more of these two in the future. By this point in the fight, both these fighters are slippery, making it so much more difficult to secure those takedowns. Brock did an excellent job in defending that takedown. Now he's got Patterson against the cage. Brock did a good job there, making Patterson exert a lot of energy working for that takedown, and now he's trying to make him pay for it. Patterson goes back to working for the takedown again. Patterson is exerting a lot of energy. Brock doing a good job. When Patterson is unsuccessful with those takedowns, Brock chooses to try to crank it up a notch and try to put some extra pressure on Patterson, seeing if he can take advantage of that fatigue. Patterson scores with a takedown. Triangle possibly by Brock. Patterson does a good job stepping over the leg. Short time left in this round. Probably less than, I know for sure, like less than a minute. That takedown might have stolen the round for Patterson. Patterson finishing strong. Trying to score some last-minute points. And we have the end of a great fight between these two young warriors. Mikey Madman Patterson and Connor Brock go to the judges' decision. That last takedown. So will Connor Brock improve and continue to be undefeated? Or will Mikey Patterson improve to 3-1? We shall find out here shortly as Jeff Rexroad calls the fighters in for the final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. The judges scored this fight 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Mikey Madman Patterson!
And Mikey Madman Patterson improves to 3-1. Awesome fight by both fighters. Very technical fight. I'm looking forward to watching these two in the future, seeing where they work on some of their areas that they need to work on. Connor Brock, very strong fighter. He had several key moments in the fights where he had Patterson in trouble. Patterson did an excellent job in mixing it up, taking the fight to his strengths, securing some big key takedowns that was able to secure him some of those rounds. Congratulations to Mikey Patterson.